नमस्कार, जी न्यूज देख रहे हैं आप। मैं हूं आपके साथ पयोधी शशि और बड़ी खबर यह है कि नेपाल के प्रधानमंत्री केपी शर्मा ओली के नेतृत्व वाली कैबिनेट ने देश के नए विवादास्पद नक्शे को मंजूरी दे दी है। नए मैप में नेपाल ने 3 भारतीय क्षेत्रों को अपने इलाके में दिखाया है। आपको यह भी बता दें, लिंगपियान, धुरा, लिपुलेख और कालापानी नेपाल के नक्शे में दिखाए गए हैं। नेपाल के राष्ट्रपति विद्या देवी भंडारी ने कहा कि ये तीनों ही इलाके नेपाल में आते हैं। विद्या देवी भंडारी ने कहा कि तीनों इलाकों को वापस पाने के लिए ठोस राजनयिक कोशिशें की जाएंगी। राष्ट्रपति विद्या भंडारी ने कहा कि नेपाल के सभी इलाकों को दिखाते हुए एक आधिकारिक मानचित्र जारी होगा। तो ये नई हरकत नेपाल की तरफ से आपने देखी कि 3 इलाके भारत के जिन्हें अपने नक्शे में दिखाते हुए ये कैबिनेट की मंजूरी के बाद ये नक्शा जारी किया गया। सिद्धांत सिब्बल मेरे सहयोगी हमारे साथ जुड़ चुके हैं। सिद्धांत, ये दूसरी बार ऐसा किया है अभी हाल ही के दिनों में नेपाल ने, इसके क्या मायने निकाले जाएं?
जी, मैं आपको बता दूं, ये जो पूरा मसला है ये 2 दिन पुराना है, 2 हफ्ते पुराना या 2 महीने पुराना नहीं है, 200 साल पुराना मसला है। 18वीं शताब्दी में जब नेपाल और ब्रिटिश राज के बीच जंग हुई थी, उस वक्त एक ट्रीटी साइन हुई थी 1815 में। उसके मुताबिक ये टेरिटरीज ब्रिटिश राज के अंदर आ गई थी। अब अचानक से देखा गया है नेपाल बीच बीच में बोलता आया हुआ है, ऐसा नहीं कि 70 के दशक में या 50 के दशक में बोला नहीं था, पर उसके बाद ये पहली बार बोला है। और कहीं ना कहीं चीन का एक बड़ा रोल इसमें माना जा रहा है। मैं आपको बता दूं कि प्रोटेस्ट सबसे पहले तब हुआ जब भारत के जो डिफेंस मिनिस्टर हैं राजनाथ सिंह, उन्होंने एक रोड का इनॉग्रेशन करा जो लिपुलेख से जाती है। लिपुलेख को नेपाल कहता है कि वो उसकी टेरिटरी है। और उसके बाद नेपाल ने क्या किया, हमारे जो ऑनवॉय हैं उनको समन करा और कहा कि ये गलत चीज हो रही है भारत की तरफ से, और भारत ने दोहराया कि ये भारत की टेरिटरी है। उसके बाद हमने देखा नेपाल ने कहा कि वो नया मैप जारी करेंगे। वो जल्दी जारी करने वाले हैं। मैप जारी करने से वैसे कुछ नहीं होगा, क्योंकि ऑन ग्राउंड जो जमीनी चीज है वो बदलेगी नहीं। पर कहीं ना कहीं तो चीन का एक बड़ा रोल देखा जा रहा है। मैं आपको बता दूं कि भारत के जो आर्मी चीफ हैं उन्होंने थोड़े दिन पहले कहा था कि ये जो नेपाल कर रहे हैं ये किसी के कहने की वजह से कर रहा है, और वो नाम नहीं लिया था, पर मतलब यही था कि चीन की वजह से कर रहा है।
बिल्कुल, और क्योंकि सेना प्रमुख इस बात को साफ कर चुके थे कि किसी और का हाथ इसके पीछे हो सकता है। और ये मसला भले ही कई साल पुराना हो सिद्धांत, लेकिन इस तरह से मैप के जरिए कैबिनेट की मंजूरी को लेकर और फिर राष्ट्रपति की तरफ से कह देना कि इसको लेकर आगे की हम और रणनीति साफ करेंगे, ये अपने आप में कई सवाल खड़े करता है। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपका हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए। दरअसल कुछ दिनों पहले रक्षा मंत्री राजनाथ सिंह ने कैलाश मानसरोवर के लिए 80 किलोमीटर लंबे इस नए रास्ते का उद्घाटन वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग के जरिए किया था। धारचूला से लिपुलेख तक जिस नई रोड का रक्षा मंत्री राजनाथ सिंह ने उद्घाटन किया था, उस पर नेपाल ने आपत्ति जताई। चीन को साधने के लिए यह नया रास्ता सेना के लिए किसी बड़ी कामयाबी से कम नहीं है, क्योंकि सेना के साथ साथ अर्धसैनिक बलों को इस रूट की लंबी अरसे से प्रतीक्षा थी। सेना और अर्धसैनिक बलों के लिए इस नई सड़क का खास महत्व है। चीन सीमा पर सैनिकों के लिए रसद आपूर्ति आसान होगी। लिपुलेख पर ही भारत चीन की लंबी सीमा है। नए रास्ते से सेना के बड़े बड़े वाहन कम समय में बहुत आसानी से चीन के बॉर्डर तक पहुंच जाएंगे। टैंकों को भी आसानी से बॉर्डर तक ले जाया जा सकेगा। उत्तराखंड में चीन बॉर्डर पर हथियार, गोला बारूद भी पहुंचना आसान होगा। जरूरत पड़ी तो चीन के बॉर्डर पर कम समय में ही सेना के और जवानों की तैनाती हो सकेगी। यानी चीन की चालाकी पर उत्तराखंड के इस नए रास्ते से भारतीय सेना ड्रैगन को पलक झपकते ही मुंह तोड़ जवाब दे पाएगी। और यही वजह है कि चीन नेपाल को बरगलाकर भारत के खिलाफ साजिश कर रहा है।
आंख अब हमने दिया है जवाब। नेपाल के जरिए भारत पर वार करने की चीनी साजिश को भारत ने मुंहतोड़ जवाब दिया है।
और कैसे दिया है जवाब, ये भी जान लीजिए। नेपाल ने नया नक्शा जारी कर 3 जगहों पर अपना दावा बताया था।
तो देखिए, चीन के इशारे पर नेपाल ने ये जरूरत की थी। भारत ने नेपाल के नक्शे को खारिज करते हुए कहा है कि कृत्रिम तरीके से बढ़ाई गई जमीन को स्वीकार नहीं किया जा सकता। नेपाल को करारा जवाब भारत ने दे दिया है।
भारत और नेपाल के बीच आ गई है सींग की लड़ाई। नेपाल ने जो नक्शा जारी किया उसमें बाईं तरफ सबसे ऊपर भारत के 3 इलाकों पर दावा ठोक दिया है। नेपाल के नए नक्शे को भारत ने खारिज कर दिया है। विदेश मंत्रालय के प्रवक्ता अनुराग श्रीवास्तव ने जवाब दिया। नेपाल सरकार ने जो संशोधित नक्शा मंजूर किया है उसमें भारत के क्षेत्रों को शामिल किया गया है। ये एक तरफा कदम ऐतिहासिक तथ्य और सबूतों पर आधारित नहीं है। ये कूटनीतिक वार्ता के जरिए सीमा मामले को सुलझाने की द्विपक्षीय समझ के भी विपरीत है। इस तरह कृत्रिम तौर पर किए गए भौगोलिक विस्तार को भारत स्वीकार नहीं कर सकता। भारत के साथ सीमा पर लिम्पियाधुरा, लिपुलेख और काला पानी के इलाकों पर नेपाल ने दावा ठोका है। बाईं ओर दिख रहा मैप मौजूदा मैप है, जबकि दाईं ओर वाला प्रस्तावित है। दाईं तरफ वाले मैप के बिल्कुल बाईं तरफ एक नोक सी दिखाई दे रही है, जहां ये तीनों इलाके स्थित हैं। इन्हीं इलाकों पर नेपाल विवाद खड़ा कर रहा है। भारत की तरफ से उम्मीद जताई गई कि नेपाल के नेता सकारात्मक माहौल बनाकर विवाद को सुलझाने में मदद करेंगे, लेकिन नेपाल के राजनीतिक हालात ये हैं कि नेपाल के पीएम केपी शर्मा ओली के नेतृत्व में नेपाल में इन दिनों कम्युनिस्ट सरकार चला रहे हैं। ओली सरकार को बचाने में चीन ने बड़ा रोल निभाया था। ऐसे में ओली ने चीन को खुश करने के लिए बेवजह का मुद्दा खड़ा कर दिया है।
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. India has warned Nepal against making unjustified and catastrophic false assertions on Indian territory. Now, you don't have to be an expert in foreign affairs to see the clear China hand in this provocation. China is using Nepal, no doubt about it. Let's debate.
On the 8th of May, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, along with CDS General Bipin Rawat and Army Chief General Naravne, inaugurated the much-awaited link pass to Mansarovar Yatra via the Lipulekh Pass. And Nepal is now protesting this move by wrongly claiming the regions of Lipulekh, Kalapani and Limpiyadhura in its own map. China, that is using its strong arm tactics at the line of actual control, seems to be egging on India's old friend Nepal. And falling into this Chinese trap is Bollywood actor Manisha Koirala. Having worked on the Indian soil for her entire life, the 90s actor wants a three-party dialogue. Here's what she tweeted. Thank you for keeping the dignity of our small nation. We are looking forward for a peaceful and respectful dialogue between all three great nations now. And playing into China's hands is also the Vajra Congress. They're blaming the Indian government for China's dirty politics. Cornered on the global platform over COVID investigation, it seems China wants to get back at India by using its neighbors. Shouldn't those living and earning in India take a stand for India's sovereignty at this time? Let's debate.
Ladies and gentlemen, on this debate, I'm joined by Minendra Rijal, member of the House of Representatives of Nepal's Parliament, former Minister of Information and Technology in Nepal. Mr. Minendra Rijal, thank you for joining me. We're also joined by Subhash Ghimire, he's Editor-in-Chief of the Republica Daily from Kathmandu, and Prakash Rimal, Editor of the Himalayan Times, also from Kathmandu. Thank you very much, Prakash ji, Subhash, for joining me. On the Indian side, we have Sushant Sareen, General G.D. Bakshi. Sushant Sareen is Senior Fellow at the Observer Research Foundation. General G.D. Bakshi is a well-known strategic affairs writer and editor of the Indian Military Review, and Syed Zafar Islam, spokesperson of the BJP. Thank you, gentlemen. I would like to start by asking you, Mr. Rijal.
Yes.
That you must understand, and I don't want to be giving gratuitous advice to you, maybe General Bakshi can debate this with you better, but China is nobody's friend. China is alone in the world now. In the world community, China is alone. You are also very aware that this sudden interest in Indian territory, it's laughable. You are, of course, an important nation, but if you think you're squaring off with India on border issues, you should be dreaming. It's never going to happen. We're not going to talk to you about it. But I only wanted to start by telling you this, that the Lipulekh Pass in Kalapani, which is in Indian territory, is a very important vantage point for India to keep an eye on Chinese movements. So strategically,
Mr. Arnab
strategically
Bakshi, I
we
guess
keep an eye on Chinese
Are you asking
movements
me a question
for a
or
long
giving
time.
me a
Yeah, let me
message?
complete my question, sir. My question is,
Okay.
China, I believe that you are just being egged on by China. China is using you because Lipulekh Pass in Kalapani is an important strategic point for India to keep an eye on Chinese movements, right, for a long time, for more than 40, 50 years, right? You must not compromise the India-Nepal friendship just to give China a small strategic advantage. Also, personally, I am of the view that it makes Nepal look like a, what do you call, a rentier state of China. You need not take Chinese foreign policy as your own interests, and you should not aggravate the situation with India. Now, you are free to make your point. Yes, go ahead, sir.
First of all, I mean, the way you're saying me, it sounds like you're giving me a statement, giving me a message. That's certainly not the style how television interviews are done in Nepal. First of all, I mean, if you ask me where Nepal stands, what are the facts, how we think this should be resolved, and then I'll be able to answer that question. I very strongly would like to put this fact that the border issue is an outstanding issue. India is committed to resolve this through bilateral means, diplomatic means. This is precisely what your government has said. I mean, when we sent a note that the foreign secretaries of both sides should hold meeting, hold consultation, the letter that we received was once two nations and two societies are done dealing with the challenges of the COVID-19 crisis, then two countries can sit down. We have said, I mean, this can be done even earlier. So I would not like to incite this further, but the thing is, we have said very clearly that we would like to present all the evidences that are there, and then government of India can also produce its evidences.
No.
Both sides can sit down and talk,
sir,
and then this could be resolved.
You know, that way with
what China is not doing, and what I should do, and what I should not do. This is not what you should be saying. You should be asking my
Mr.
opinion.
Rijal,
You may disagree with me.
Mr. Rijal, let me tell you what is offensive. I am being very subtle and very polite. On the other hand, may I tell you what is may I tell you what is offensive? I'll give you an example. And I don't know how interviews are done in Nepal, but I know how they are done in India. This is how we do it. Your country's Prime Minister has said...
First of all, I mean, let me make it very clear that if we do not respect as people of two different nations, if we do not respect each other as individuals who have their views,
so the comment from the...
then we probably would not have a very nice conversation. But we have to be very clear on that.
Yeah, but the problem is that your Prime Minister
when you
said...
say you should do it, you should do this,
okay, so I'll get you into the debate with General Bakshi. I'll get you into the debate with General Bakshi. But I'll tell you this,
of course,
that your country's Prime Minister said that the coronavirus strain coming from India is more lethal than the coronavirus strain coming from China. Can you explain this? What kind of a comment is that?
First, I mean, look.
Why did he say that?
Look, I will... Can I answer your question?
Yeah, sure.
First of all, the government, the Prime Minister, and there are issues that we differ. We are in the opposition, he is in the government, there might be issues, the way, I mean, this is presented, there could be differences. But the thing is, on the border issue, we're together. On the border issue, we fully support the position Prime Minister has taken. How he presents it is his style. Different leaders in the world have their own style.
I was just very intrigued. I was just very intrigued that, and now I hand over to GD Bakshi and Sushant and others who want to debate with you. I was just very intrigued. What is the epidemiological or scientific basis?
Mr. Arnab,
you see, Mr. Rijal,
have patience to listen to
Mr. Rijal, can I make one point, and I'm going to listen to you. But I want to know, how did the Nepalese Prime Minister say that the China coronavirus strain is good, but the India coronavirus strain is bad? I mean, it's crazy.
I am not
Why
an
is he
expert
making
in
this
corona.
comment?
I cannot answer your question.
But it's a pattern, I see.
I mean, I approve of Prime Minister. Hang on. I approve Prime Minister position on the border issue. I approve. Have full support for
what's happened, and why are you bent on spoiling the relationship?
That's none of my business.
So why are you? All Indians are asking you. We like Nepal. We've had good relations with Nepal. Narendra Modi went to Nepal. What has come over Nepal? You suddenly want to fight with India? I mean, I don't know what's going on. Okay, let GD Bakshi respond to you, sir, now, please.
Okay, but let me make one point. Please, I mean, let's respect each other. We are people of two different nations. There are the border issue is an outstanding issue. I should not be telling what you should be doing. You cannot be telling me what I should be doing.
No, you do what is in your best interest, but think of the long-term consequences.
Yes, of course.
Yes, General Bakshi.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course.
I would like to state to my Nepalese friends, as the Indian Army sees it, we have the rishta of roti beti with the people of Nepal, right? Very few, no other country we have this. I would go a step further. I would say that we have the rishta of blood, khoon. Gurkha soldiers, Gurkha boys in our Gurkha regiments have fought in each and every one of the wars that we fought with Pakistan, with China. They have shed blood for our country. We, especially in the Indian Army and the Indian nation, will never forget this. Please understand this. Please understand this. I think we did a, let me speak to you very frankly. Thank you. I am telling you very, very frankly, in our Congress era, we Indians have scored a self-goal by helping the Maoists come to power in Kathmandu. Look what they have done to you and what they have done to our relations, right? Relations which were so deep, so fraternal. Nobody needs a passport from Nepal to come to India and vice versa, right? Does it happen with every country? We have a fraternal, deep relation. At one time, you were the only Hindu country in the world. You were one of the bastions of our culture. We are astounded. We have been taken aback that you are siding with China, and I will give you the reason for it, please. Let me be frank and talk as friends. Can I
respond to that?
Can I just finish?
General, can I respond to that?
I'll just finish. Then I would love to hear you. I would love to hear you. I would hear you with the fullest respect. I am saying, a month plus back, there was a political crisis in Nepal. With due apologies, because of the corruption of the present government, a lot of your legislators were upset and the government almost fell. You remember that? That was the time. Let me be blunt and straightforward. The Chinese came to the rescue of the present establishment. They rescued you. Well, they paid a lot of people. They paid look, let's talk honestly, because friends can be very straightforward. They paid the present government and they are now under duress to raise the border issue. You think we are going to fight with you? It is beneath the Indian Army. And the Indian Army is not interested in fighting with you, especially when the road which you are talking of, as it is west of the river, of the Kali River, Mahakali River.
Can I now,
the only question is,
respond to that?
Okay. Please.
Can I respond to that? First, I agree with you. Nepal and India have a special relationship. I do not agree that China has to do anything with what happens here. I do not agree this probably you can say for the public consumption in India. I can understand that. But the thing is,
can I give you an evidence of that?
India has its own position. Nepal has its own position. Eminent Persons Group has identified this point as outstanding border
No, it's
point.
not. No. Which Eminent Persons Group, sir?
Both sides have agreed.
Which Eminent Persons Group, sir? 1 second. Which Eminent Persons Group, I may ask you?
Nepal has not taken any.
Which Eminent Persons Group?
You're stopping me only. If you do not let me speak
Sir,
at all,
I'm known to ask counter questions, Mr. I don't understand why.
No.
Do I have to be subservient to you?
Let me first respond to.
Do I have to be subservient to you?
If you do not, please, Arnab, if you do not let me respond to Mr. Bakshi, then there is absolutely no point of having me on the television.
No, but am I not allowed to counter you on anything?
Do not let me respond to that. Then why do you have me on the television? Can I respond to Mr. Bux's point of view?
Mm-hmm.
Can I or not?
Go on, but I also have a right to respond to you if you're factually incorrect. That's all I'm saying.
Of course, I mean you made a lot of points. I have not been able to respond to you. Also, you've said Nepal has taken unilateral action. No, Nepal has not taken unilateral action. Mr. Baxi said Prime Minister has taken certain positions. I mean, I cannot defend how he is running the government.
No,
I am opposition. There are certain things on
which only
people from his party.
Tell me one thing. Now I want to counter you, sir. Sir, now I want to counter you, sir. Do I have the permission to counter you? You made your point. I want to counter you, and there are other panelists. Sushant also wants to counter you. Explain to me one thing. Sir, I'll tell you one thing, Mr. Rijal. I show no disrespect. But I am not a believer in diplomatic extrasensory perception. I am not a believer in geostrategic telepathy. And I'll tell you why. I will prove to you on my program that you are acting as Chinese puppets. Don't mind the straightforward language I use. I'll tell you why. Because what you are saying, your eminent persons group and all did, is something that China announced on the 9th of August 2017. What are you saying, sir? Can China, how did China read your mind? And allow me to give you the example of this. Let me elucidate this. Let me elucidate this, sir. So with the respect to you, I want to elucidate it. I want to elucidate it. I want to elucidate it. I want to elaborate on it. I want to explain to you. I want to explain to you. I want to explain to you, not with the intention to corner you, sir. I need to explain to you. I need to explain to you one statement. One statement, Mr. Rijal. One statement, sir. One statement, sir. One statement. Wang Wenli. Wang Wenli is a Chinese official. In 2017, India and China were locked in eyeball-to-eyeball situation in Doklam, okay, in Sikkim. China eventually retreated because there was such massive mobilization on the Indian side. They realized. Now let me tell you, listen to the full story. Listen to this. Mr. Renji, please listen. Let me complete. I request you to let me complete. I'll take 10 more seconds. At that time, you know what the Chinese said? The Chinese said the following. What will New Delhi do? We have been defeated in Doklam, okay. But what will you do if we enter through the Kalapani region of Nepal? You go and check. How did the Chinese say that in 2017?
You're just making it up.
I am not making it up, sir. You are astonishingly unaware on this. This is a comment made by Wang Wenli, Deputy Director General of the Boundary and Ocean Affairs, speaking in response to External Affairs Minister, then Sushma Swaraj.
That's not how it's done.
Sir,
I very strongly resent it. You're making a point of view.
I am asking you, I am only asking you, sir, how did the Chinese read your mind?
Are you asking or are you making a statement?
How did the Chinese read your mind? Question. Not statement, question. How did the Chinese read your mind? Question, no statement. How did the Chinese read your mind?
You're making a statement.
I am asking a question. How did the Chinese raise the Kalapani issue 3 years back?
First of all, I mean, you have to understand our two governments, Government of Nepal and Government of India, at the secretary level have agreed that this is an outstanding issue. We have agreed that, I mean, we will attend to it. And Government of India has said that after the two countries are done dealing with the corona crisis, secretary level meeting can be held.
No, sir.
And Government of India has said that, I mean, we are ready and willing to look at
we're not going to talk.
And we are ready
Okay, Mr. Rijal, Sushant Sareen wants to respond to you. Sushant Sareen, please.
So look, I think what Mr. Rijal is saying, I completely disagree. Number one, he keeps talking about respect. What is the kind of respect his Prime Minister is showing to India? Forget this business. And if these guys feel so strongly and they think because Nepal has such a strong scientific base that they figured out that the coronavirus which is coming from India and India has spread the coronavirus in Nepal, then they should block the borders. They should stop all contact with us, for all I care.
Yeah,
stop all contact. The kind of language the Prime Minister uses, he uses the Ashoka emblem of ours and he takes a dig at us. Is this what good friends are supposed to do? And it's very clear, look, in Nepal, there have been always two strands of opinion. There are people like this clown Oli who think that they will be able to validate their rule by abusing India, by seeming to be standing up to India. What side deals they want to cut for themselves and for their cronies is another matter. But they want to show to their people and mislead their people that they are standing up to India, that India is the big ogre. Do these guys have the guts to say something similar about China when the Chinese finger them? Now suddenly, and Arnab, let me tell you this, for Nepal, this has been an old kind of attack. Under King Mahendra, what they used to do is that they used to play the fiddle with the Pakistanis because they thought that the Pakistanis will be able to, in a sense, defend them. The Pakistanis will be a foil for them as a counterbalancing force. After 1971, they suddenly smelled the coffee that this won't happen anymore. So then they again backed off. They have tried to do it with Nepal in the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. You know, when they started getting into a defense relationship with the Chinese. This is what they did at that point of time. Again, they backed off from that. Now suddenly they see China as this big counterpoint to India, and they think that they can press India. They think that they can finger India. And that is what they've been trying to do. So this Kala Pani thing, every time the government gets into a bit of a tangle, they start raising this Kala Pani issue. Now this issue is not a new one. It's been a very old, outstanding issue.
Prakash or Subhash,
what they have done recently, is this the way to do it? And if this is the language they are going to use,
I'd like Prakash or Subhash to respond to that. Prakash Rimal, editor of Himalayan Times, and Subhash Gimire, editor-in-chief of Republica Daily. I want to tell you, Mr. Rijal, let me tell you one thing. Can I say one thing to you? Can I, sir, please. Sir,
you have to give me 30 seconds to respond.
But there are three panelists who have not spoken. Mr. Rijal, you're being extremely unfair.
If you ask me to defend everything the way government runs here, I'm not the right person.
But what language does your Prime Minister use?
Political party of the government. But I mean, on this issue, on the border issue, we are united with the Prime Minister, but there are many other issues we differ with the Prime Minister. But on border issue, we are together. So I mean, there are certain issues that you've raised that does not deal with...
Okay, we have Syed Zafar Islam responding.